What's up, you guys? So it's Layla Lynn, and I'm back with a new video. In this video, I want to talk about Chantel Christie speaking out. She has broken her silence after the latest episode of Basketball Wives, where her mother, Jackie Christie, Molly whopped her. The screenshots are diabolical, and I cannot believe this happened between mother and daughter. But on the other hand, I can't act like I never seen it happen because I have seen it happen. So we're going to get into what Chantel Christie said about her part in the whole ordeal in this video. But first, if you're watching, if you're not familiar with me, I'm Layla Lynn. I do celebrity news and nostalgia. And if you like this type of content, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, click the thumbs up button, and leave a comment. All right, you guys. So we saw on the latest episode of Basketball Wives, like I said, we saw the physical confrontation between Jackie Christie and her daughter. Before we get into her daughter's statement, I do actually want to get into the screenshot so we can kind of break down what happened. You see in the episode, you saw Jackie tell Chantel to leave the room, and she starts to leave the room. But when she gets to the door, Jackie says something about her that's a better exit, and it triggers her. So she starts walking back. And when she starts walking back, Jackie starts walking towards her. And then you can see when they meet each other, Jackie has a phone in one hand and the other hand is empty. And what it looks like is that they kind of touch each other at the same time. Like it looks like Jackie starts to guide her out the room and Chantel pushes Jackie. So we see one hand, Jackie's hand, where she's kind of like, you can see where she is touching Chantel, but it looks like it's not a push. It looks like she was going to guide her, but at the same time, she's grabbing onto her now because Chantel is pushing her. And you can see even here, like she's grabbed onto Chantel as Chantel is pushing her. And once Jackie hit that wall, it was over. She was triggered and she said, I will knock you out. And then she did. She did. And so this is what Chantel Christie put on her Instagram stories regarding the situation. She said, I'll start by saying, if you've never dealt with a toxic mother, then you truly have no idea what it feels like. As painful as it's been to watch these moments of my life play out on TV, I know my younger self is proud of the woman who finally stood up for herself. Yikes. The truth is, this dynamic isn't rare. It happens in more families than we'd like to admit. Narcissism, jealousy, lies, lack of accountability, gaslighting, abuse, hiding assault, etc. We're just taught to keep it in house and suffer in silence. I chose to break that cycle. What you witnessed was a masterclass in narcissism, someone lighting the fire behind the scenes, then walking away so you look like the arsonist. I know what really happened on and off camera all season long. So, no, the internet cannot bully me into submission. Y'all know the TV character. I know the mother. She touched my arm. I pushed her off of me. She swung. Plain and simple. It's unfortunate things played out this way, and I wish it never happened. But if you knew our history, then you'd know this was a long time coming. She said, I may not be proud of all my choices this season, but I'm also not ashamed. This is my real life, and I doubt anyone judging me lives a perfect one. I see the hate mail. I see the judgment, but I also see all the messages that say, I've dealt with this too. This reminds me so much of my situation. To those of you with heart and understanding, I see you and I appreciate your vulnerability. To those of you who've met me with threats, vile statements, and extreme judgment, may you never understand my plight. Celebrating my darkest moments says more about you than it ever will about me. I've always been misunderstood, and this chapter of my life is no different. But I will answer to God, not imperfect strangers who've never walked a step in my shoes. I will keep my head up and my peace and focus as I continue to grow as a mother, as a wife, and as a woman. Y'all, this is crazy. It's crazy to see a mom and daughter fight on television like this. But I will say this. Let's go back here. When they first make contact with each other. So yes, you can see Jackie was reaching out and it doesn't look like a push. Again, it does look like Jackie touched her to like guide her out the room. And Chantel pushed her. It doesn't look like Jackie was being aggressive towards her when she put her hand on her arm. And so when you combine what Chantel was saying, like Chantel was saying when she was like chasing her past the elevator, she was saying, I will violate you in front of everybody. I remember that specifically. She said, I will violate you in front of everybody. And to me, when someone says, I will violate you, to me, that's a threat, like a physical threat. Violate to me means violate, like it means physical. And so I don't think they should have been in a room together like this. And Chantel also said she had zero respect for Jackie and she kept calling her girl. Like when she was leaving the room, she kept saying, okay, girl, as if to say, like, you're just another girl to me. Like, you're no longer my mother, you're just another girl to me. And so when Jackie touched her arm, she responded like she was just another girl. Like she was no longer her mother, she was just another girl. The only time I've seen a daughter be physical with her mother, like personally, is when in the past the mother was physical with the daughter. And so earlier in the episode, when Chantel was saying, I'm not 15 anymore, you're not going to bully me anymore, it did make me wonder if in the past Jackie was physical with her. Like that physicality came from somewhere. But I also want to talk about Takari because Takari has spoken out. Shout out to All True Tea and Reality Entertainment TV for capturing these comments. Takari, her oldest daughter, who I did an interview with back in the day, she spoke out and she said regarding the situation, basically Chantel doesn't even know our mom. If she did, she would only try to protect her. She didn't deserve to be done like this on her platform. And it looks like she was saying that's all I have to say. Now, this is after Chantel spoke out and accused Takari of SA when they were kids. So Moniece Slaughter responded to Takari and said, now, Takari, you doing a lot, sis. At one point, this was you, and we all defended you too. You were hollering neglect, and that you too were a victim of Jackie. So I guess I'm a little confused. If you're not going to talk about it, don't talk about it, because you sure didn't go through the comments and respond to dang near everybody to talk about it. And it was your mom first. Now it's your sister. So if you're going to address anyone, address your sister. Because let's also be clear. Was it not you that posted something after one of the episodes aired and nobody reported on it until your sister addressed you publicly, just as you done her publicly? But we never saw your response to her response to your initial public shade/outreach. So Takari responded to Moniece, which if I was Takari, I wouldn't even respond to a comment like this, like telling me what to do and what to say. Like it's my life, it's my Instagram, it's my social media. I do and say what I want. But in any case, she responded to Moniece and she said, everyone keeps saying they are confused. That's because it's my business. Also, you've never seen me attack my mom. The only reason you know about me is because I was spoken about by the cast for years. What you saw was me defend myself against claims of being a con artist and scammer for having a GoFundMe for my hurt child. The internet and the show took my son's accident and made it about a donation. I didn't bring this info to y'all. My book was my side of what y'all saw going on. Another thing, I said what I said. My mom wouldn't be out here facing the world alone if they all left or whatever. Did not speak on a fight. That's their issue. I addressed what I wanted to. Have a good day, sis. And then Moniece responded to her. Y'all can pause it if y'all want to read all that. But Takari responded and said, I don't have that much hurt in me. You saw me address my mom in the first couple seasons of the show, emotionally but calmly. So no, I wouldn't have seized an opportunity to hurt Jackie. That's your heart and your mentality. Can't put that on me, sis. And then she also said, also, ma'am, Chantel and Brittany were addressed. You must have missed it. I waited on live for them to come confront me with their allegation and speak to some folks that had their own allegation against her. They didn't come. So y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about what's going on Basketball Wives. In my opinion, Chantel was wrong in this moment. She didn't have to push her mother when her mother was trying to guide her out the door. But at the same time, I feel like it came from somewhere. Like when she said she was bullied in the past by her mother, I feel like that aggression came from somewhere. On Monday, August 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are holding our first live Patreon workshop, and it's called Fight Like a Girl, GIRL, because so many of the women that I've spoken with over the past few weeks want to learn these skills to stay in their feminine energy while in conflict. So if that is you, you definitely want to sign up for this workshop. You just have to click the link in my description box for my Patreon. I'll be teaching you skills to do just that, to stay in your feminine energy and get what you want out of the conversation conversation, even if it's confrontational. So I'll be showing you how to ground yourself so you never lose your center, which is very important. And I'll also be teaching you strategic language that honors people, but at the same time influences people. And I'll be teaching you how to turn conflict into effective communication with our GIRL framework. So mark your calendar, sign up in the link to my Patreon in the description box and in the comment section. Now, if you made it this far to the end of the video, then I think you like my content. So make sure you subscribe and check out my channel. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel. Check out my playlists and my podcasts, and I assure you, you will like more of my content.